What's cracking, everybody? Hello, hello. Can you guys hear us on the screen there?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
All good. Wonderful. Welcome to the ASMP River Roots kickoff meeting. I'm Kelly Kolar, and I'm going to share my screen here in just a minute. And I think, Terry, you wanted us to record it, right?
Yes.
So if there's people that didn't get it. Okay, awesome. So the only thing we need to do just technically here is I want to get Isabel in here. Yeah, would you go grab, just, I want to make sure I get this owl thing set up right, because I don't think you can hear anybody else in the room but me, which maybe for the kickoff is okay, but just to kind of turn off my background. Everybody, we have a whole group here in the office, which was awesome. And just so you can see your colleagues.
Sorry, couldn't be there.
Everybody's here.
Hi.
Yes, we got several people here. A couple more folks here. Isabel, can you just make sure I set up the owls correctly? I'm always not so sure about that. So we've got the whole team here, and I want to make sure y'all can hear them as well. So maybe we have to turn it on, right? Push that button. And then I think I have to do my internal speakers or something. You just hang tight 1 minute. We're trying to get the audio in the room set up a little bit. Plus, we want to give everybody a couple more minutes to join as well. And I think Chris Horn is coming here as well. He's not here yet either. So let's see if we can get this little music sound thing turned up, and we should be in good shape. Otherwise, you're going to just listen to me. And then when they ask questions, I'll have them come close. And it's always something with technology, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think we were having a power issue. We moved everything around. Like I said, is that plugged in? It looks like it's on.
It's a child now.
There's suggestions.
Because of the Zoom audio device. Great good.
I should say owl.
Our little owl is sleeping. It's not waking up somehow.
We're able to.
Still see it. It's not in there.
Yeah, this is gonna be easy. But is it a better language?
Okay. Is there another plug that would be in here instead? If that's the screen plug, and I'm wondering if there's a plug that goes like an HDMI plug. We reconfigured our office with this classroom style seating. And so, of course, all the tech got unplugged has to be replugged, you know, it's always something, right? So I appreciate you guys all being on time.
No worries.
6:05, so.
Yeah, no worries. I'm in no hurry. I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Okay, let's see. I think Chris, yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Something else needs to plug in there.
That's it. I knew there was another plug somewhere. Okay, let's see this.
It's there.
You see it? Where
Yeah,
it is?
meet now.
Oh, yeah, meeting all three.
Found it.
Just a new plug. All right. Yeah, it might be, they might be able to hear you guys better. You guys can talk a little closer. So is that really?
Yeah. It's on the stage and then I can see it.
Can you guys talk on your end when you guys say hello to us?
Hello?
Hello?
Perfect. All right. What are you doing to get the camera to work? I'm gonna go ahead and share.
See who's playing music when and this and that.
So, turn here over there.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, wonderful, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick this off. We'll go full screen, see if you can still see it. Doesn't mess anything up. Do you still see full screen?
Yep.
Yes.
That never happens. All right, great. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around just so you can see all of your colleagues here. And if you can hear me okay, if the sound's okay, give us a shout out that it sounds like it's working okay. Hopefully you guys can see everybody here as well.
They can see that.
They see that screen there, but they, if they have the little gallery up, they'll be able to see us too, hopefully, so.
All right, don't worry.
Great, great. Can you guys see okay?
I see Jim.
Hey, Sean.
That's the only person I know in the crowd so far.
Well, maybe that sounds like we should start with introductions, but I'm gonna let Hal and Terry kick it off here.
All right, well,
And then we can go around, and I did do a little agenda, so we can move on, so if we wanna talk about that, we start with introductions. Thank you.
so I'm Hal Barton. I've been the one who's barraging you all with emails and trying to give you all the information. I also will be your contact between the festival organizers and ASMP, and you know, when you have questions and do stop.
I have to record. I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Start over.
One second.
Okay.
Gotta get back
Polish
to
your-
recording.
polish your
Remember, Sorry, Marty. We have the sound issue.
Should I pick my nose?
Recording. Okay, so it's gonna ask you guys if it's okay to record. Please just say yes. Everybody knows. Yay, all right.
All right,
Back to you, Council.
all right, we're gonna,
Screen. Can you guys still see on the audio there?
Yes.
very good. All right, we're gonna start over. Good evening, thanks everybody for being here and joining. For those who cannot join us, we're recording this so you'll be able to look at this at a later time. My name is Hal Barkin. I am the coordinator of photography, so I've been the one who has been emailing you all the information of everything that's going on. Working with Kelly, who you've seen, who is on the committee, and she is the best. So with that being said, we're going to go through everything of requirements this evening of imagery that we would like to capture. There's going to be some specific venues that we're going to want photographs of which I will reach out to you all and see who would like to be able to help out with that. Besides that, it's going to be pretty much open-ended that you can go down there as many days as you wish, photographing whatever you wish, using the guide that we're providing for you in this presentation as the imagery that we would like to capture. And then as we go along, we'll give you more information of where to upload those images after the festival is over. And you can always reach out to me with questions if you wish. That being said, I'm going to turn it over to Terry Campbell, who is our president of ASMP, and he's got a few words for you as well.
I do. A few words, yeah. Just thank Hal, because he's the one that's brought this all together, doing an amazing job, coordinating all the photographers, a lot of people to bring together and work on. And Jim as well has been very involved with from the beginning, with an assist from Ben in Columbus. So it's been kind of all hands on deck. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's something that I love. I was so excited to hear it's coming back. To be a part of it in this way is really exciting for me. And for ASMP, this is a great chance for us to do what we do, to really show off an event, to make it look like something, beautifully magical, which it is. And just, I think, really showcases our skill set, what we can do. So excited to be a part of this. This will be our volunteer for the year, our give back opportunity. But I think in a lot of ways, they've been very generous with the things for us and the opportunities we have and the spaces we'll be able to access. So this is a win-win all the way around, I think, for everybody. We're getting so much great stuff out of this as an organization, as individuals. Really excited about it. So other people here will introduce themselves so just who's in the room. And then we can just start.
Then we'll go to the audio and let them introduce themselves.
All right, yeah.
So maybe just name, location, just kind of brief, because we have a lot to cover tonight.
Rob Finler, K&R Photographics.
Awesome, wonderful, welcome.
Bruce Kirkland, almost got photographers, got Spanish for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Talkington Media. I'm also the membership director of ASMP Ohio Valley. And for those that aren't familiar, it's Columbus, Cincinnati, Louisville, Lexington, Indianapolis. So ASMP is the folks that are making this happen.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Mariana, Nia Production. I'm a video production company with drone footage and the roots from social media and the short storytelling.
Wonderful. And I'm Kelly Colon, president and founder of Colon Design, and a co-founder of America's River Roots. So this is my second turn around producing, being a part of a team, bringing the River Roots Festival to life. The first time I did it was when Hal and I met close to 40 years ago in 1988 for the city's bicentennial, which was then called Tall Stacks. And the history of the festival is that back then we were celebrating 1788, which was the heritage of us just at a river city at that time. But with America's 250, we're not really focused on one particular moment in time. We wanted River Roots to be bigger, about what are your roots? And since a lot of people in our country and our community celebrate freedom, and they believe that our country's history starts after emancipation, it made a lot of sense that we would not brand this as Tall Stacks back, but we would actually reimagine who we are today as a community and where we can go. So thank you all so much for being here, and really look forward to collaborating with everybody. I'm gonna go to you guys on the audio now, so I'll let you guys kind of introduce yourselves, because we can't see you.
Let's go first.
I'll go ahead and go first. My name's Joseph Sunderman. I'm new to the scene. I have a couple companies, and one of them's a media company here in Cincinnati. Started to do projects like this, so I'm just excited to be involved. I'm excited Terry reached out and extended an invite to be part of the team. So happy to meet all of you, and yeah. That's it.
Awesome. Welcome.
I'll go next. William Jones. I'm on the board of ASMP, commercial photographer. And we'll leave it at that. Moving on.
Joel Belsky. I'm an amateur photographer who is very interested in this engagement.
Yeah, wonderful. Welcome.
Jen Harlemos, shout out to all the other PCGC members I see on here. Amateur photographer, love our city and taking photos thereabouts, so we're excited to be a part of it.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Go ahead. Okay. I'm Ina. I'm also an amateur photographer. I'm also an architect. I think I'm working with Kola on some of their projects actually. And I'm excited for this event.
Wonderful.
My name is Betty Robertson. I'm affiliated with the Photography Club of Greater Cincinnati. I learned about this through Jennifer, and am an amateur photographer who also is interested in Cincinnati events.
Great.
Hi,
Is
everyone.
everybody on the team?
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how many more. I'm Angie Lipscomb. I am born and raised in Cincinnati. I've been doing photography professionally for about 20 years now, more or less. And Kelly, I actually interviewed for a co-op job at your agency when I was in school. So.
Oh my God.
I did not end up working there though, but I was a design major at that. But
Awesome.
nice to meet everybody.
Good. Nice to meet you too. Welcome
I'm
back.
Megan Moore. Oh, hi.
Is it welcome back? Go ahead, Megan.
Yeah, I'm Megan Moore. I am a photographer and also a small business owner, predominantly a florist now, but also have done photography off and on, and I'm a former reporter. Last place I worked was at Local 12, so I love being able to cover Cincinnati events, and I'm super excited for this opportunity.
Wonderful.
I'm Sean Murdoch. Hi.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm Sean Murdoch. I'm a photographer. I just moved back to the area about 2 years ago. I spent most of my career in Miami and San Francisco, but I'm excited to be back here. And about 35 years as a photographer.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Sandy Garrison. I'm just an amateur photographer, hobbyist, and part of the photography club. A lot of members here helping out, and just happy to be a part of this team and getting the opportunity to do this.
I'm Susan Milinkovich. I am president of the Photography Club of Greater Cincinnati, and I also teach and do workshops. I was an avid fan of tall stacks, so I'm really excited to see the boat back in Cincinnati and looking forward to photographing them.
Great. Is that it on the screen? We have two more folks that joined us in the room. We have one photographer back here.
I'm Tiffany.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm Tiffany. I used to be a part of ASMP years ago. I should get back into it. I photographed tall stacks years ago, and I'm just looking forward to this event. And I'm at a hospital, so I'm probably going to be silent and leaving the conversation soon. Bye.
Great, thank you. So is that it on the screen? Great, then we'll go to one more photographer here in the room, and then we also have our marketing director, Matt Kane. So please go ahead.
Hi, Paul Sis. I'm considered the nonprofit photographer. I'm on the board of American Lung Association. I do work at the zoo. I do cystic fibrosis event. I'm doing marathons, and I also participate in about 40 bike rides per year for Bike MS. So, probably my full-time job. So thank you for inviting us.
Wonderful. All right, and Chris.
Hi, everybody. This is Marketing Director with American Rigories. We are honored and excited to have you here. This is a documented great event. The pageantry and celebration and fun together to the city. So appreciate the work that you're first rate. Thank you very much.
And Chris will be the one that you'll be mainly communicating with when the festival's over to upload your images for our selection committee to select the final one. So he's our marketing director, and he's on board with the event through November. So we'll be doing that probably within a week or so after the event. Get all of your images uploaded so we can document this and get the archive ready for the Museum Center and for the Freedom Center. So thanks so much, Chris, for making it, and appreciate you. He also has a link as well. He's been working with Cal to get the simple agreement digitally, so you guys can all just sign it digital. We could print out some here physically if you guys want to sign it tonight, but if everybody can do it digital, signature okay, that will be on the screen. That Chris will be handling that through a sign up. And then we also have a small presentation here tonight as well. And I wanted to kind of go through and how will be helping us coordinate the sign up for the actual shifts or areas that you might be interested in covering. So I put together a broad creative brief, obviously not being too dictatorial, but we're also hoping that we can make sure we capture all these new facets and events, over the 4 days of the festival. And even before, we have this gala event, a music hall. We have some specialty preview things. Like this weekend is the Ohio River Sweep event, for example. It's in honor of River Roots. It's a river cleanup event with about 2,000 volunteers that go down the river and, pull tires and everything else out of the river, so we have a pristine riverfront. So we've got a couple of affiliate kind of special events that we want to talk about too, and Hal will be helping us kind of coordinate that too. So the event for today is just me to give you an event overview of beer, bourbon, boats, and bands. That's kind of what the festival is about. Show you guys kind of the locations on the map. We have you are an official supplier, so thank you very much to your association. You're on our website now. Chris got that up, and your organization has officially signed on as a donor to American River Roots, which is a 501c3. So we really appreciate your participation and activation. And I don't think Cal and I ever thought we'd have this many people. I was thinking we'd be lucky if we had a handful. So I'm just like thrilled that we have so many. So thanks again to everybody for that. The next thing I put together, as I mentioned, I put together that kind of broad creative brief, and then we're going to talk through the assignments, and then any next steps, questions that you have, and we have a little to-do checklist here at the end that we can kind of go through. So I'm just going to pause there and see if anybody has any questions. We can't see you guys on the screen because we're looking at our thing in full screen here. Just want to give a break for a minute in case anybody else joined. Or anybody saw anybody else joining, and if there's any questions, I heard a little bling in there. I want to make sure there's no questions or raising their hand in there.
I got a question. Did we get sent this brief?
Not yet. Tonight's the night we're going to review it, and it'll be a Google, document that we'll be able to give you guys access to, and Hal will also have a PDF that he can email out to all of you, along with this recording that we're doing as well, because there are a couple folks that couldn't make it tonight and wanted to record everything. So everything will be available to you. Sound good? Great.
Fantastic, thank you.
All right, so here is kind of high level the map, and there's actually a more recent version of this. And when I send out the final PDF, it'll have all the final information on it. But I'm going to start over on the left side with the orange pieces. And the orange pieces are the Black Music Walk of Fame, that kind of yellow gold, and the Freedom Center. So obviously the Black Music Walk of Fame, since we're celebrating our musical heritage, we have a lot of performers that are inductees of the Black Music Walk of Fame. We want to be able to make sure that we can photograph people activating inside the Black Music Walk of Fame. People are always going through that museum, and they're a big part of our why here in Cincinnati, why we have music as a heritage element. And the other piece is our Freedom Center. There's nowhere else in the world that has the north-south relationship that we do here with the river and the Mason-Dixon line, and we were the first state. And so in the Freedom Center, we have a whole series of activations going on over the 4 days, and you'll see this in the schedule. I'll be giving you guys a schedule. It's also available in the downloadable app that Chris has created, but I'm just going to give you high level kind of what's going on in each place. So the Freedom Center is going to be free to the public on Friday and Saturday, thanks to Fifth Third Bank. There's activation on Thursday, which is our Seniors Day. We have a lot of the senior citizens and assisted living homes busing down senior citizens. So we've got a huge crew of senior citizens coming to the Freedom Center, and that's all included in the part of where they live. So we chose to use the Fifth Third 3 days for Friday and Saturday. So Senior Citizen Day is going to be on Thursday, and on Friday we have the School Children Day. So we have 10 school buses and a lot of marginalized neighborhoods that normally would never really even get access to coming to this. First National students have given us 10 free school buses, so we'll be bringing down several buses of school children. We're expecting around 350 students that day alone. Between the hours of like 10 and 2, they've got to leave to get back home by 2 o'clock. They will be inside the Freedom Center. In addition to a series of displays and first-person characters dressed up in antebellum costumes, we're going to be telling stories and activations around what it was like to be a free slave here in Ohio. People always focus on the tragedies and the atrocities of being a slave, but we want to tell the story of what it was like to be a free slave. In Ohio, you were free. So what did that look like, and how different is that? We also have examples of the map of the world and where a lot of the slave people came from. So if any of you've ever done, your ancestry DNA kind of .com, people can log in and see maybe where their heritage came from, and they can see the passage that people from Nigeria or Sierra Leone may have taken. So we have all new exhibits that we have designed and built that will be there. They're going to be part of the permanent collection now at the Museum Center. They'll all be active on the ground floor and up where the slave pen area is, which is kind of more of an open space. So we're going to have first-person actors telling stories. We'll have these maps. We'll have big displays of cotton and sensorial, so you had to realize what was 500 pounds of cotton? What did that look like? So we've got displays there to show, 500 pounds of cotton, just to give you a sense of scale of is about the size of this table by 10 feet tall. So it's like an 8 by 9 foot cube is what we're presenting. And that was the expectation that one slave would pick one of those, one 10 by 10 of that a day. They had to fill that up. That was their charge. So really good to make it real and sensorial. So there'll be a lot of touch and things for the kids. So capturing that essence, I think, with the seniors as well as with the children will be interesting. They still have the Power of Place exhibit, which will be open to the public. It's a brand new exhibit there in honor of their 30th anniversary. A lot of people haven't been in to see it yet because it just opened. So it could be some really interesting kind of emotional moments there around the story of freedom inside. On the outside, there's going to be a large tower, one of our large graphic elements that will designate it as a zone or as an area for the actual event itself. So it's be part of the routes. You'll start to see signage, graphics, and banners and stuff like that around outside as well. And then on the inside, on the stage, is the speaker series. And we have every day a series of different speakers that are going to be coming. So we have a one-woman play about Harriet Tubman. You'll see this on the schedule again. She'll be there performing on the stage. We also have Yemi, who's done a Kings of the River storytelling of the role that music played and the musicology of the river with John Morris Russell and several other people. He'll be doing a talk every day at 12 o'clock as well, all 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And he is announcing the launch of a new PBS special that will be announced on Friday. So he's going to be really doing an big unveiling on Saturday. But he can talk about recommission to create these low mission moments. So there's going to be some cool video and audio and some interesting characters and some interesting storytelling inside the Freedom Center itself. Then I'm going to move on down to the Schmidlapp Garden. So you're all invited to come to my office party. I'm having an open house office party at the Moreland Lager House right there. I'll make sure I get you guys invited, stop in and have a drink and use the restroom if you want to. On Thursday night, I'm having a party there, so happy to have you all there as our guests. And the stage there is going to be themed each night. So we again have a blockbuster lineup there as well. So Thursday night is going to be kind of bluegrass and kind of, toe slapping, hand twin clapping kind of music. So it should be fun. And then every night, then we have a DJ, kind of emerging artist DJs playing one night. So that'll be more of a dance kind of mojo on Friday night. The Cincinnati Parks Foundation is sponsoring well-being in the parks. And so we have actually training to teach people how to do line dancing on Saturday and Sunday. So you can stop down there and learn how to do line dancing as a part of a wellness initiative. There's also going to be a display there on the history of parks, as well as the riverfront that's been put together by the county, as well as by the Cincinnati Parks Foundation. Then, of course, there's plenty of food and drink and beverage around there, being the Moreland Lager House area in that garden. Now, Smale itself is gonna be free and open to the public, of course, we're not cordoning that off. It will be a passive area. So people can actually go to the river's edge and they can meander through the park and enjoy the park. And they'll be able to see the boats, of course, cruising up and down the river. Now, moving on to the right, you can see a public landing area and gate that's colored in red for those of you on the map here on screen. You can see we've got the boat loading starting with number 1 and number 2 up in the top right. Those will actually be gates. So if you happen to have a ticket, say for example from the Belle of Louisville or the Betsy Hansen, you will be designated, your ticket will tell you to go to which gate. So each one of those gates will have an entrance and an identification on it. We're not redoing the teal tall stacks from 1988. We have different, more modern looking gates right now for boat loading, but we do have 31,000 people trying to get on their boats at all hours of the day and night. So it is going to be very, very much busy. It looks empty on this map, but trust me, it'll be the farthest thing from being empty. Boats board 30 minutes prior. And so that will be a very, very busy area. And then we have a public landing stage where the Lone Star is. Like that'll be announcing of the races, the parades, and any of the things going on that day. We'll have music up there as well, more kind of background instrumental, just gathering, the boats with the music and the Calliope kind of take over, depending on coming in and out, if the boats are in port or not. So we'll have backup music there as well. And then moving on into the Serpentine Wall area, our biggest stage there is that Regis Cove stage. So most of our big blockbuster music on the Cincinnati side, that's the biggest stage that we have. As you know, Schmidlack's a little bit of a smaller, more intimate stage. So if you guys want to scope these out, those of you that haven't been down there before, might want to go and check out the venues. But we're building that stage here. It's not an existing stage. We're building it out, and it'll have a bunch of banners and graphics and performances. And of course, the festival is open, from like 11 to 11. So it's busy and it's got music all day long going on it. And again, that schedule will be in the app, and we'll also have access and a link for you to the schedule as well for you all just to be able to download and take with you. Moving on up into the top right, we have the Craft Brewmasters tent. So that's a purchasable experience. Everything was free, except if you wanted to have a specialized event, you could purchase up and kind of up your game and go in for a special brewmaster tasting and taste the local and national favorite beers that are being put on. We're part of the Brewery Heritage Museum at the trail here, and they're helping us talk about the story of our brewing heritage here in Cincinnati. And so they've got some displays as well as brewmaster tastings and learnings and teachings going on there. And if you're interested in buying a ticket for any of your friends or foes, please go on and buy a brewmaster beer ticket. In addition to that, we have the travel showcase, and I think we have, is it 30, it was 26, yeah, 26, I think it bumped up to 30. We have 30 different cities or travel type partners that are talking about the inland river waterways and all of the stories and ways that you can activate communities, things like, Gallipolis and, other cities along the Ohio River, even St. Louis, Moline, any of these places along the inland river waterways which we want to celebrate, they all have cultural tourism facets. And so this is all about showcasing the uniqueness of our region and the different cities and the fun stuff that they have to explore and discover there. So these cities are coming and these businesses are coming to showcase what they want to have us learn, because we don't get to Sunman, Indiana. That's where we're bringing Sunman, Indiana to us.
What does that look like physically?
It's a huge tent.
Okay.
And inside is a series of displays.
Great.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have a question
Yeah.
about boat. So what is the direction on the river and when the race started and when the race ends? So which way the boats usually ride and when they start, and what is the best area, especially like for drone shows and for all other like this activity, and which day we will have like the biggest activity on the water, like all boats together or like any.
Yeah, that's the parade. The parade, and I've got that in here as a specialty event. I'll show you that. That's when all the boats go downriver. They line up and then they parade up. So they'll be going downriver. The river flows this way, like towards Louisville. They'll go downriver and then they will parade upriver. And on the races, I have to confirm, depending upon the length of the cruise, sometimes they just race bridge to bridge. But the finish line, I know for sure, is right there, the Clayway Bailey Bridge right there in the middle there, where they're right between the boat landings. So they call the race when they see the boats chug along right underneath there, right? And then just moving on to support that, and I can get there, the time for the races is also listed in the program. So you will see the Battle of Louisville racing, the Cincinnati Bell. It's always kind of tongue in cheek. The captains do a lot of banter and who wins, who knows. It's kind of like, you know, gambling kind of days, you know, which captain is going to really pull it out to win. And the captains are real characters all by themselves. And the way that they do the races is kind of along the same line. So there'll be a lot of fun.
Any like day where we have like whole boats?
Thursday is free, all riverboat free.
Okay.
So then Sunday, there's going to be a smaller time period they're together, Sunday evening, but Thursday, free.
That's the grand pageantry.
Okay, yeah, so because I don't think like I can follow like each individual competition.
No, sure.
Yeah, that's if it's really like a whole boat in the same one, so.
I think that one, especially with the
I don't want to
drones.
miss it.
Yeah, I mean, I know we had a request from Susan Fisher, our executive director, that we wanted to make sure that we could get drone photography of the boats the last night at the close, because all the boats are going to be coming together with the fireworks going off at 8 p.m. So all the boats are going to come together, and they're apparently going to kind of line up in like a circle, I think, right?
Okay.
That's how she described it. There's going to be kind of like a V shape and some additional, you know, they're making a formation. What the big one is. But they're going to make a formation, right? That's on a Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. You'll see that in the program as well. That'll be a really special night, and the fireworks will be going off as well. That's why I said prepare. That's the close.
I don't want to miss.
Basically, the close. We have the parade, it's opening and closing. It's just like the Olympics. We have a closing ceremony. That's kind of our closing night on Sunday night. And boy, will we be ready for that.
We're getting a lot of crosstalk. I apologize. We're getting a lot of crosstalk. I can't make out what you guys are talking about.
Sorry.
Yeah, people are talking. Thank you. Good idea. So just to clarify, there's an opening event, which is called the Parade of the Riverboats. They go down the river, they line up, and then they all parade up in their grandeur from the largest to the smallest. And they'll be kind of coming upriver, and basically the photo moments are right there underneath the Clayway Bailey Bridge, or of course you'll also be able to capture them at the Rolling Suspension Bridge as well. They go pretty far down the river before they come back. They go past the I-75 bridge to queue up, and then they come back up. So you'll have chances to capture them at all three bridges, including the Purple People Bridge. That's the parade. That's kind of the opening ceremonies. That's on Thursday at 3 p.m. And then the closing ceremony is the other time when all the boats will majestically be together. They'll be all going out for their cruises that night, but as a part of that special event, they will be lined up in a formation. Not exactly sure what shape the formation will be at this second, but we know that we've been told they're apparently going to do kind of like a fan wheel type of shape, and all the boats will be there. Then the fireworks will go off as a part of that crescendo over the boats. So the boats will be poised in the river and not moving and stationary for a few minutes while the fireworks go off. So all the people on the boats can watch the fireworks, but also that should give you guys a good chance to capture the fireworks. Susan said that today in our meeting. Did you hear what she said?
I thought it was going to be kind of like south here. Don't write that down.
We'll take that as a takeaway, just with you guys on the phone. We'll take a series of questions, and Chris and I will get back to you with an FAQ sheet, just so you know what's going on. Chris, can you help me keep track of the questions? Yeah, there should be a past page that's there too. Well, it's back here somewhere, yeah. So I think we'll get more questions as well then. And then I want to move on to the Queen Bee is having its half marathon race, and it ends on Saturday. So they take up the entire Saturday. So Sawyer Point up there on the top of the map, that's also not officially a Riverbirds event either, but we expect all those people
to kind of come and meander through our space, because they'll have their own music and their own things going on all day Saturday with their race that they're doing. Their race goes all the way up to Mount Adams and over to Hyde Park and down, and then they end at Sawyer Point. So that was kind of like an event within the event, right next door to our event. So it's not officially a River Roots event, but it's an adjacent event that's happening through time. And I just heard that, of course, the Reds may make it to the World Series, and if that happens, our town is going to be locked and loaded if they make it here, because we've heard they would play in Cincinnati on Thursday and Friday.
Oh, gosh.
So the Man Black guys.
I had heard they were playing in LA only.
Sorry, on the speaker, what did you guys say on the screen?
I had heard they were playing in LA only. So
That's the wild card series in LA. If they get past LA, they play in Cincinnati, but the games are on
after
the 8th and 9th, Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
So we'll keep our fingers crossed that happens for us, because we think that's a good thing.
that would be fabulous.
More people coming to our city, which is what we want. Okay, then moving on to the top right, and of course, there's food and food booths and vendors and merchandise, all the way throughout the venue, like there is at a normal festival. You can see those little white dots are kind of indicating that. The next thing is the Purple People Bridge, the Good and Rooted Market. So that's being run and managed by a woman named Rachel DeRocher. You might know her. She created a Power to Pursue event here in town. She's very involved in the entrepreneur community, and she, for the first time, brought entrepreneurs and artisans together from both sides of the river. So like the Finley Kitchen Incubator and the Northern Kentucky Incubator and small business enterprise, jewelry makers and salsa makers and urban ball makers and all kinds of stuff. So she has created a bazaar, a booth bazaar, all the way along the Purple People Bridge, which is going to be really fun. It's kind of a unique experience, never been done before. Bringing this type of artists and cuisine and curiosities to kind of together. So I think it'll be very, very interesting. And that'll be all along the Purple People Bridge, and you can access the bridge on both sides. The one side of the bridge is the pedestrian only. You can walk across on that, and then there's the other side, which will have the booth. Now it's probably get crowded. Right, so if you just want to bypass, go to the one side, the north side there, or I guess the east side on the far right is the passage one. Now coming across the bridge, then you can traverse right in front of the Newport on the levee, and there we're celebrating the Newport Festival Park. And you can see there we have the Kentucky Bourbon Experience there. We've got a big tent there. We got a big stage, and then we have this Living Land and Waters exhibition on the water way, as well as barges of the working river, the Towboat Association. Because people don't realize how much commerce is on the river. So we have an exhibit there, Living Lands and Waters, coming from Moline. They have a football field length of a barge, a series of barges with a classroom on top. And they have a big digger, and they live up and down on the Mississippi and the Ohio, and they remove tires and plastics all year. And they'll be running classrooms and tours and education about the river and the working river at that exhibit. And they're traveling in from afar. A very, very interesting nonprofit partner for us to talk about the preservation of the river. So then we have obviously the stage there again, the blockbuster music, country, jazz, kind of a full lineup of music. You guys will see the music lineup in the app, but you'll have to go with that. And then moving along to the southern end, Ovation, as you know, that's the new big development there that Bill Butler has developed. And Ovation has this amazing kind of esplanade area, and they're going to be doing a big kind of bourbon blitz experience there. So it should be really, really exciting. And that's the best views in the house, for sure, is from that side of the river, looking back across at our skyline, especially if the Reds are in the World Series, and all the boats in the foreground would be quite majestic. So, you can kind of see an idea of what it will look like and what the venues are. Obviously, some are independent, like the Freedom Center, the Black Music Walk of Fame, and the Schmidlack Garden, and then it's all just really concentrated right up on the river's edge there for activation. But of course, the boats are kind of the signature piece in the middle, and there, of course, on the river. Now, today, Pal and I are working on a boat. We have a donor that's giving us a boat for you guys that would allow you to jump on, not just the river boats, we'll talk about that in a minute, but a boat that you can jump on, you can call it, and they'll come over and pick you up. And where they're gonna pick you up is right over here on the top right side of the screen, right at the foot of the Purple People Bridge. There's a little landing right there. And that would be the area that this boat would, a Sea Ray boat would zip across from Newport to get you out as boats. We take you down river, you know, if you want to go out and see the boats, they can kind of be accessible. So Hal will be coordinating that riverboat access for you so that it's not a riverboat, but an actual boat to be able to get you guys around. But it's literally going to be the press boat. It's for you guys to be able to get around on, because otherwise it's tough, you know, with the crowds and everything to get around. It's going to be easier for you to hop on and hop off. It's like your own river taxi, really, basically. So we got a few details to figure out on that, but the Sea Ray dealership has generously donated that, and he's going to be docked all 4 days, and we'll give you the hours of operation upon which he'll be there available for you to be able to have access
Are the
to.
TV stations in the newspaper going to have access to that, or is that just ASMP?
Just ASMP is this boat right now. Yeah. There's actually two boats. So there is another boat that's more of a like a pontoon boat apparently that Game Day is coordinating, and that's been more really through their social media photographers. They have 4 social media people as part of their contract to do postings with the news and trying to get that out. But I wanted to make sure you guys weren't dependent upon them and that you had your own access. So I asked if we could use that second boat for you. So that's kind of where we got to this solution. So if you want all the details, I just had confirmation of that this morning, but I'll work that out with Hal so you guys have, again, back to the FAQ sheet, the phone numbers, the contacts, how to access it, all that stuff that will come to you here in the next day or two so you can realize. There was a 4:30 meeting today that Chris was at, I was not at it, a coordination meeting of all of the final operations with the Coast Guard. And this is a really big operation when you look at land ops and river ops. So today was kind of the final meeting on that, and they know you guys are coming, and they know that you exist, and we're still trying to figure out how to get all the backstage passes and everything, but it'll give you at least an idea. So that's kind of the venue. And of course, this will be live in the app as well, so you'll be able to have it on your phone, so you don't need to rely on this. And then here's kind of the specialty events. So I just kind of highlighted these in here, starting on the left. Tuesday, we have a captain's kickoff down on the riverfront. We also have a special donor dinner at Colette's, the restaurant. We have the Spirit of America Gala at Music Hall. I do need to get special permission if anybody wants to cover that event. That's the symphony, the pops, the ballet, and the opera creating. So give that out, sign up for that. I get special permission from the pops and the symphony and the ballet to be able to photograph that. So they have said, have kind of given me the like, yeah, we can work with you, but we need to know who and we need to get credentials. And they're obviously, they have their own institutions, right? So they're trying to be nice to us and let us do it. So that's where I am right now with Victoria Morgan, the former creative director of the ballet. She's very involved in the production herself, and she will of course be there in person. And then there's this kind of small dinner for 75 people at Colette's prior to it. But the captain's kickoff will be down on the riverfront. It's aboard the Belle of Cincinnati. All the captains will be there. It's a ribbon cutting. The governor is there. That's actually at 4 p.m. Should have put 4 p.m. on there, but it'll be in your itinerary. I just did this for overview tonight. And that's a cool event. And Hal and Terry are right now invited as our guests on that to represent ASMP as sponsors. But if anybody wants to come and photograph, please sign up and I can get you on the invitation list. I just need to get your name again to Hal, so I can get you guys in the credentialing to get on the boat. We got plenty of space, so no problem. Anybody who wants to be there, we'd love to have you. The governor will be arriving at 4 o'clock and giving remarks, some kind of ribbon cutting and champagne toast and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the whole lineup, but there's probably too many speakers. I can tell you that. There usually is. And then on Wednesday, the boats will begin sailing all day. The first cruise starts at 6 p.m. There's nothing really happening during the day on Wednesday.
We do have a speakers event, going on over at the Mercantile, so you'll be able to see that. You know, some of these events are in partnership with other institutions, so that'll be in your list. And then we have there is a really big sponsored dinner cruise happening, on Wednesday. That night, TQL, some of our big sponsors are taking out entire boats. I don't know if anybody's interested or has relationships with some, or was interested in documenting the sponsors. We'd love to have anybody that wants to jump on that boat and go with them or document them on the boat, just jump off before we leave, or, you know, any of those things, just so we can kind of capture our big sponsors, our 7 big sponsors. You know, Western Southern, First Financial, TQL, Cintas, all of them are kind of going on cruises that Wednesday night out of port that night. And that's it. And then the Riverwalk dedication is a new app that we have that's happening at 3 p.m. right now. That'll be also done on the riverfront on Wednesday. So these are all press release things that I'll get you guys. Next is the parade of boats. As we told you, I said 2:30 p.m. because the race, the parade actually starts supposedly at 3, but it's boarding 2:30 or whatever. So I guess they're all getting on down there. We also have the River Talk series at the Freedom Center and the Queen City Club and the Mercantile. So we've got several interesting talks going on. I'll show you guys the topics of that. The Mercantile would love to have anybody that would want to come by and see the speaker and document them. We also have at the Queen City Club, we have Ben Verde, a very interesting Ellis Island with 12 musicians from CCM performing to a music and slideshow and what it was like to be an immigrant coming to Ellis Island. So it's a special commission piece. He's the director of music at Yale. And he's coming here with this special commission piece at the Queen City Club. Free and open to the public, but there is only 350 tickets available. So I'm sure a lot of Queen City members are gonna try to gobble those up. But you guys, again, we can kind of get you in anywhere pretty much. So then moving on, we have the Fifth Third Free Days. I told you about that. Freedom Center, we have all those things, the talks and the speakers, the Hair Tougher Play. Saturday, obviously, you know, the music continues. These are specialty events here. Everything else on the events going on. And then Sunday is that parade of boats at 6 p.m. on the Ohio with the fireworks ending. So we'll get more information about the formation and actually where will they be so you guys can scout out where you might want your shots to be. Fireworks at 8:30, but the people are going to be on the boats for a dinner cruise that night. So they go out, they eat, and then they come back for the fireworks fanfare, basically.
Will that be a barge and burger?
It will be a barge and burger.
It's a Rossi, so I think it's the same side of the red.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the creative brief. So this big picture captures the spirit of American 250 through powerful story-driven imagery. Document all 4 stages of the music stages, the vibrant beer, boats and bourbon experiences, and the joyful lifestyle moments along the riverfront. Celebrating our music, our community, and heritage. Convey unity, pride, and the enduring river roots flowing through America's heartland. Because this has never been done before. It's a first-time festival, and it's really, really important we also capture that it's in honor of America's 250th, that we kind of capture our stories, so we can document that for the next 250 years in the archive. The photography focus areas I outlined here is boats, bourbon, beer, and food, patrons of all ages, music and stages, a Newport-focused kind of frame imagery from the Kentucky side, emphasizing bridge and connection. You know, we like to say we build bridges, not borders. We like to say we put unity in community. We like to say it's all about the region together and celebrating what brings us together, not our differences. And this event is a place to bring bread together and bring our community together to have that. Because there's so much divisiveness today in the world. We really wanted this festival to serve as a unifying element amongst humanity for our people. And then, of course, the Cincinnati focus was Third Point through the Black Music Block Frame, capturing heritage, unity, and place-based storytelling. So that's kind of high level what I wrote as a broad creative brief. And then I put together just kind of photography shot list. So I didn't want to be too prescriptive. You know, you're on stage, you're on the Schmid Lab stage from 6 to 8 p.m., right? I decided as long as we capture, I'm sorry that I just messed up. I'll send you this, I'll fix the type before I set it out. I don't know what happened there. But basically you can kind of see, you know, wide scenic, some close-ups, some photos, engaging, waving, enjoying, riverboat arrivals and departures, you know, kind of the gangplank coming down and people coming and going and the bustling. You know, the boats from land as well as on water. So anytime, the golden hour, midday, early morning is great.
lots of mist and steam coming off the river at sunrise. So just try to capture the reflections in motion and, any event branding if possible. If we have pictures of our logo or people with t-shirts or hats on or something like that, our volunteers. So just kind of focus on the energy and the scale. So I'd love to have some people kind of let me know, if you feel like this is a good place for you, that you'd love to cover this. Just so I make sure at least one person is covering every area. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, but I probably don't even have 26 slots. So we can have multiple people covering same areas. So just kind of get back to Hal with what you want to sign up for. Next is bourbon, beer, food, lifestyles, details, placing up floors inside the bourbon tent and the beer tent at the vendor booths, group cheering moments, rah-rah, toast, activation zones, the golden hour, showcasing inclusivity. Again, back to our values, our mission and our vision is about inclusion. And we have over 80% of our vendors, even including those of you in this room, even though I realize you're volunteers, are of small minority or women-owned businesses from our region. And over 50%, almost 55% actually minority or women-owned businesses. So we love this idea of focus on small business here and local, hyper-local regionalism to lift all of us as artists and as business owners in the region, like all those artisans on the Purple People Bridge. So, while Tide and P&G are our big sponsors, we've really tried to activate a lot of the small business community to be part of the festival.
And this is going to be more of an open end as far as the photography assignments are concerned. I mean, it'd be nice just to be able to have people reach out to me and say, yeah, I'm interested in doing this and this, but we're not going to tell you have to do it on a specific day or a specific time.
Because it's weather dependent.
These are just images that we would like to have as a database and capturing of things. So the other page of which there's more specifics on stuff, we're going to try to get specific photographers to capture and cover those things, but these are more of an open end for everybody.
Yeah, so let's try to make it broader so it doesn't tie you in or limit you. I just want to make sure that these facets are covered, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Is that good enough? Not too dictatorial, but still capturing the essence of the broad thing. Give you guys artistic freedom inside there.
Right.
Great. Okay, so that's kind of the 6 zones of areas. Cincinnati, Newport, obviously the music, culture, cuisine is kind of our, and boats is our thing. So wrapping up here, I'm finishing up here right on time to do, thank you. One will be to sign the agreement link, which Chris has. We'll be sending that out to you. It's got the agreement, the one-page agreement. You agree to be our volunteer and donate back to us the imagery that you are. 2 is sign up in the Google form for your slots to cover. So we're gonna put those kind of 6 buckets that I just took there, or I guess we'll put the list of the photographer of the music performers. But that's kind of weird, right? We want to do it like this, I think, right? Need to think about that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty complicated if we have pretty much everyone on those last at the same time. So, but it's like,
If you can just put music in general and they can put what they want to see or whatever.
Yeah, so we'll put together some kind of form, almost like right here. I was kind of like thinking you guys would give us your feedback on which areas you feel are the areas you want to focus on. Just so we make sure we've got, I don't want everybody doing music on each stage, then we wouldn't be capturing everything else, right? Or if you'll cover a couple of areas, that's fine too. I just want to make sure we've got at least one person on each facet of the festival. So is that okay for me to ask that for you guys to sign up? Does that feel decent?
Also too, we're not asking you that you have to be down there every day, every hour. So with that, if you could give, I'm thinking of going down this specific day and maybe during this time frame, so at least we get an idea of who would be covering different things, would also be helpful.
I have an idea. We can create in Excel, we can create a file and with the days and all of these pages, and we can share for everyone, and everyone online can open and can sign for some location. So we can see online how many people in one location, and we can see also empty feels. Like I had this experience in the past when I working with a big team on a festival. So we just have this like Excel table, and like it's available online every day. Even like every Sunday you can't go or your plan changes, so you can still open in the morning and you can see like which stage not covered today. So you can understand like, okay, so nobody working here, so I can go this. Yeah, and also you can book some specific days also if you're interested.
I'll let you do the refresh for you to know how to be coordinating with the doctors.
Yeah, I think we'll send you guys a link and you guys can just sign up in there and then we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, I mean, let's say it rains on Thursday and you sign up on Thursday, you might not want to photograph on Thursday, right? So I think we have to be flexible with that and we just want to make sure we cover enough. So I did as best I could by giving you guys something from our meeting last week. You know, we talked about not making it too limiting, but also just giving you guys enough information to know kind of what we're looking for.
Right. Okay.
So hopefully it's giving you enough information. And then just sending you back to download the app. Of course, the app will be going live.
It's actually a military grant and it is available right now. So there's an update within you can next 24 hours to finalize it, but you can access it now. The schedule is accurate. So you can look through and see what the
So it's on in the iPhone store.
What's the name of the app?
River Roots.
America's River Roots. Yep. And then check in on site at the volunteer tent and get your credential and your t-shirt. So you guys are volunteers, so you'll have volunteer t-shirts to see you're identified. Today at 4:30, they were finalizing the credentials and what that's gonna look like. It might just be like just a name tag. It might be a lanyard. I'm not quite sure. That's on the operations side, but we'll have something for you at the volunteer check-in tent.
Do you know what the earliest access to the volunteer tent will be? Like, it opens on X day at X time?
I don't, that's a good question. Write that down as a simple. I know for sure it's gonna be on Wednesday for sure, because the event starts on Wednesday and there's not really any music or anything else. Right, because the boats are going out. We're loading boats on Wednesday night. So, and we have the captain's kickoff on Tuesday, so.
Do you have any credentials for that?
No. Just to get the pictures of loading the boat.
Yeah, asked me to come to shoot that, so.
If you shoot the captain's call, yeah, I'm the captain's kickoff, yeah, I need to have you on the list. Yeah, I need just your name as an RSVP. You'll get an invitation formally in the email, and then you can just RSVP from there. So that's a specialty assignment. Perfect segue. That's a specialty assignment. May require extra permissions or things, so contact Hal for access, like to get into the symphony, opera, ballet event. If you want to do that, I'll need to get special permissions from them and put you in touch with them. I talked to Steve Metzner, who's on our executive committee with me today. He's coordinating that entire gala. And he said, just have Hal get in touch with me and tell me which photographers are interested in that, and I'll work through the logistics of how you get on site and into the gala. Sound good?
Also with the agreement link and you sign that, then we're gonna have them email it back to you or to you.
Well, there's two executives, the better we get, and then we'll form the photo sign that.
Okay.
All the costs.
It's all in one place.
And you need to sign that before we can give you any of your credentials. So that's gonna be the first step of everything that you do.
We're ready to get that out to you tomorrow, I think, along with this PDF. And I'm gonna update the map because they told me that they just added a few more things. I want to put on there where the volunteer check-in is for you, so you know where to go.
I'm gonna say, where are the volunteers?
Yeah, one of the things that this is the, up there, that label, I can find out, here is the VIP area. So this is like those fountains back there, and we have specialty food and drink. And all of our sponsors will be gathering there. And usually they have a volunteer check-in underneath the bridges. So I'm not quite sure where it's gonna be right now. I know for sure it's in this area. I just don't know exactly where right now. So I'll get that on there.
Can you tell us where you're pointing?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm in the room.
Please?
Can you see my cursor
No.
right now?
Yeah.
The public landing area?
Yeah, so right where it says public landing there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, The volunteer check-in area is gonna be somewhere in this area. That's what I think. In the red zone.
It's a pretty big area.
The VIP area is right here. See that little gray thing that says VIP?
Yes.
And go down there. That's like a little hospitality area, for our sponsors. And, you know, you guys can go in there. That, you know, that'll be one of our specialty areas to photograph if you want to. You go in and get a light bite and get a drink and take some pictures for the sponsors enjoying.
Yeah.
Okay?
Great, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Is that where the water play area used to be?
Yeah, with the water play area, exactly, those old fountains, yeah.
Do you think we're getting any pushback from sponsors or from grabbing logos or anything like that? Does everybody
No, it's all
understand? Okay.
part of the,
All right.
all approved as a part of their sponsorship agreement.
So I will tell you one thing though, and thank you for your patience, because in dealing with Chris and Kelly on this, every day things change, so it may be stuff up to the very last day that we may not have answered, but we'll get things before everything launches. It's just a flowing situation, so there are no bad questions, but I may not have answers for you right away, so thank you for your patience.
I have a question about sponsors. Do we need like any specific sponsors or like any specific speakers to be recorded in like interview or like feedback? Because usually when I do some events, I'm asking a kind of famous or popular or important people, like important sports sponsors or something, like tell about, I don't know, like anyway, like a feedback about festival or just recorded invitation, like, oh, hi, hello, it's the first day of the festival, you everyone, welcome to come, we have a lot of amazing locations, blah, blah, blah. Something like this. Do we have like a plan of like interview, you know, with microphone on a location, not a specific studio?
We could put that, you more with Jackie, because you have the drone too, right? You're a drone photographer. Yeah, one of the things that our sheriff contact told us is that we have to register, if you guys are doing drone footage, we have to have your license and your name and that you're gonna be out there with drone, because we have to register it with the sheriffs and with the police. The Coast Guard guys and the city on both sides of the river are requiring us to register. Pretty much, that's what they said. So I was like, okay, no problem. So if you know you're gonna have that, we're gonna need you to submit that as a special, again, that's a special circumstance that goes to Hal. Hal will help us figure that out. But,
who are we gonna contact with that? Are we contacting Hal? Or?
Yes, you're gonna contact me with your question and a request, and then I'm gonna see if we can make it happen. So, and then I will get a hold of Chris or Kelly, and then they will tell me yes or no, and then next steps from there. So that's how that will go. So the sooner that you can give me those requests, better.
Yeah, and then you're asking for kind of I think each of you may end up coming up with your own ideas of what you want to do. I want to get on top of the rolling suspension bridge and photograph the boats from there. You might need special access. Well, guess what? We know the people that manage that bridge, so we can probably get you on top of there. You know, we had all of these special requests, and so those are special requests. Is that what I'm talking about? Yeah. Send those to Hal, because I realize each of you has your own angle and your own ideas, your own creative prowess, and your own trade secrets, and I want to be respectful of that. And so we're happy, we're here, we're happy to help you. As far as getting on the boats at any given time, I'm going to have to give you guys boat tickets that I can give you on the Bella at the race or during the parade or whatever. I may have to have a printed ticket I get to you. They're not going to let me do, last time we did it, you could hop on, hop off. If the boat wasn't full, they had a ticker counter, like how many people, if it wasn't there and enough life preservers, they would let you just jump on. That's still too kind of random, so I think we're trying to be a little bit more organized this time. Jay, our event producer, said, look, Kelly, I'd rather just work with the ticketing, Chris works with our ticketing agent, I'd rather just give you guys tickets that get you on the boats, you know, so again, back to your special request, you know, you want to be on during the race and you want to photograph the captain, you know, up in the helm or whatever. You know, give us those special requests so I can get you guys set up ahead of time.
Right, so we need to premeditate that.
Yeah, I think you do. It
Okay.
depends on what kind of photographer you are. If you want to just show up and do your thing, that's great too.
Yeah.
Some people are very meticulous about how they do this. I remember last time being very specific requests that they really wanted. They scouted it, they wanted waders in the water, down in Covington, and, they needed to make sure they were allowed to be on private property. I mean, we had all kinds of requests last time. So I don't know, I'm not saying you're gonna do that this time, but I'm just giving you examples of, you may come up with ideas. Now you requesting to maybe some interviews.
Yeah, I have experience with this. I would love to, if you give me a names of the person that I can name them, especially on a board where there's like sponsorship, everyone will be available. So I just need a list of people and like maybe talk with you about questionnaires or what I can add. And I'm good with it. I can record feedback.
Like a
live. Yeah, I can show a couple examples how I do this. So, and we can include like a feedback about this festival or like in social media also I can cut like invitations, so we can post on the social media the first day and the second day, like invitation, like, hi, here's like, did you hear about the festival? We have a second day today. So everyone welcome tomorrow, and I can show a location, so I'm looking for this promotion. So we can talk about.
So if you want to be part of the daily social media posting stuff, that we will coordinate with Jackie and Catherine Nero of Game Day. They're coordinating the social media stuff. And happy to put you guys on that social media team. They already have 4 other photographers, I don't know, that they already work with as part of their team. But if you want to meet them and you want to be a part of that group, that's fine too. We can put you in touch with that. That's again, another special request. Hey, I want to be on the social media team.
And the list of people for interview?
Interviews is different. Yeah, interviews, I was thinking, Chris, it'd be interesting to do. We should talk offline about that, but I was thinking it'd be good to look at, if you want to do a specific interview, like Alan Bernstein, right? This is his like vision. He knows all these riverboat captains. Like on the captain's kickoff event on Tuesday, it'd be so cool to like interview the captains. There's only like one woman captain, for example. Like, it's so interesting to listen to these characters. They're very, very, or our sponsors will be there.
Or maybe, I don't know, if we can plan like each location, if we work in like someone take a video and have a microphone, so also we can split. So we like you can work on this location and then have like a couple people I wanna ask about feedback, like a captain or we are on the board.
If we can kind of coordinate this with Al.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's great. That's a little bit different than, interview is a little bit different than talking.
Yeah.
We did it, that included interviews, and sponsors was part of that. So I think there's got to be time to that. So it's going to move to different locations. We're trying to decide the
Yeah, so that'll be another special request to have, put you on that team. All right, sounds awesome.
Cool.
All right, any more questions from the peanut gallery there on the video side?
I have a question on logistics for parking. Is there any specific place we'll be able to park when we come and go?
I don't have any free parking for you, unfortunately. There is no free parking anywhere, except for on Tuesday at the captain's event. If you're on that invitation list, and you guys want to come down there on that Tuesday, there's parking on the public landing. That will be for the guests that are attending that specialty event. Music hall event, obviously, is parking just around the music hall, Washington Park area. There's no parking specifically with that event. At the festival, the best place to park is the Central Riverfront Garage, is what we're telling everybody, which is all up along the Schmidlap area, accessible along Mary Way there. And, you should be able to, park in there for the day. There's obviously the garage. The Disney on Ice is actually playing at the Heritage Center at night, so that might be filled. Their parking garage the nighttime will be filled, but during the day, they do have one event at night, but during the rest of the day, it's open. So I think you're gonna have to just and then of course, there's tons of free parking, paid parking over at the Flying Pig sculpture at Yates Cove up there.
Where's that at? Can you show me?
Yeah, on top of the map, right by the word legend.
Oh, okay.
See that little white tent right there?
Yeah.
This is actually all parking right here in front. It's all a parking lot right there. All that whole gray area is all parking.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to being back. I left when I was 9 years old, so I don't know all the parking situations.
I will also tell you that the parking garage in Newport on the Levee is another space that's pretty accessible, and you could always just walk across the People Bridge.
Okay.
So that could be another good spot for you in Newport.
Right.
And
And
Ovation.
Ovation also has free parking.
Right. So,
What is it?
Ovation, which is Ovation down here, the Urban Experience is Ovation.
Oh.
Urban Experience down at the tail end there of Newport.
Gotcha.
That's got the Esplanade, those big views, it overlooks the river there. It's a big condo development.
That might be a good one, especially if we have the boat pickup somewhere nearby. That would be amazing.
Right, I would suspect the boat pickup, I'm not exactly sure where he is on this side, but I think he's gonna be docked in here by BB River Boats. So right inside this area,
Yeah.
or connected to the barge, like
Yeah.
Alan moves the SS, Nightmare down there. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep it out of the festival, so, it will not be open for, tours by day. It's only at night.
I think the characters don't start till night, but people walk around and do that.
Yeah, you can walk around. Yeah, you have to exit from the other barges.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the feature now. So EV's, fully covered with all of their benefits here.
Is there free parking at the Ovation, free parking here? Or,
Ovation is free parking, yes, it is. So,
are you gonna have any,
it's walk.
you guys want anything, it's open?
Yeah, they have it open right now. You can go there and park there right now. They have reserved areas too for the residents. But there's a big portion of that's open because they have restaurants and everything out there.
Yeah.
I think this one on the levee is free also, correct?
Yeah.
You pay? Yeah, pay now,
Yeah.
okay.
it used to be free,
Yes, one more question here in the room, go ahead.
Two things, is there gonna be any presidential people there that we're gonna have to be concerned about? Just not be able to get to certain places because.
No.
Okay,
Except for the governor at 4 PM on Tuesday.
okay, so security lighter than.
Security is completely, yeah, we really turned down, we really didn't invite them. To be honest, we can't afford to have that kind of security. That becomes a burden on the festival. And even though the city has special funding available when candidates and things like that come in, we've really tried to stay out of it. I mean, so far, no one's coming. No, we don't.
I will be doing the Marathon Center, so I didn't sign up for.
Oh, Queen Bee, okay, great, yeah.
So they traditionally offer in the stadiums, that's $5.
$5 parking, great.
$5.
Good to know.
Now, I'm on the volunteer committee,
Yeah,
so I had a discussion this afternoon. And they're offering for all the volunteers free parking.
wow, that's big.
So that might be something that you guys can work out.
Maybe ask, I have to circle back with you guys about that if we get.
Yeah.
That's in the Red Stadium, or where is that gonna be?
Yeah, but it's all gonna be like Saturday and Sunday. Because
Right. Of course, that's only one day. Our thing is like 4 days.
Do you know the contact details for Marathon?
We do. They're in touch with them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really, the team there, yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Any more questions on the screen? Otherwise, we're gonna let you guys go.
For me.
All
All
good.
right, wonderful. Okay,
Nothing here,
so-
thank you so much.
So special requests, make sure that you email me on those and try to get those to me sooner than later so we can try to coordinate it.
Thanks, Hal.
That sounds great.
Okay then, thank you.
We really
Thanks,
appreciate
everybody.
everyone.
Hal,
Thank you.
Hal, you can give me a call if you want. I know you said you wanted to chat, so if you want to give me a call back, or did you want to talk another time?
I will call you within the next couple days.
Okay, sounds good. Take care, everybody.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the information. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
fuck it. So, essentially, what I'm doing is there's this festival going on through October 8th through 12th. Through the connections I'm making, this will be my third time connecting with the mayor and shooting him. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I know where I'm going. And everything's so stressful. It's a fucking storm right now. You know, the verge and threat of divorce. It's, if you truly took those vows seriously, that'll kill you. Like, that's just tears you the fuck up, trust me. Especially when you love the person, you see them hurting, and you know that everything they're yelling at you, projecting onto you, accusing you of, yeah, I know I've reacted shitty, but at what point we all have to take accountability for our actions. I'm tired of being dismissed. I know I'm the man of the house, but Jesus, I mean, my asks are not over. Like, I'm built for it, but at some point, I need relief. I want to travel with my friends out of the country and do things. I want to be the focus every now and then. I want a trip that I want. And I want somebody that wants to go on those trips with me. Now, granted, I knew the first few years of our life, starting my own company, I knew this was going to take a lot out of us. I was like $13,000 behind on child support. You can't get a fucking passport. Both my kids being kept from me. Like, I didn't even have a license in 2015 when I came here to Cincinnati again. Like, the last 10 years, I'm getting my passport. If not before the end of this year, very first thing next year. I'm going to fucking travel this world. My finances. I am filing bankruptcy, and I'm resetting everything. And I'm going to move on with my life. I also the court case is coming up due tomorrow, like, for my daughter. Been in court for 5 years. And that whole time I had to pay for everything because mother couldn't pay for anything. And then when we asked her to, then when she gets questioned by the doctors, it's all, well, I don't need a job. I got a husband that makes money. Well, if that's the case, then why aren't you paying your fucking half? And that's what they're screaming now, is that, look at Mr. Sunderman's income. He's married to this woman. Yeah, my wife was fighting next to me for the first few years, but, like, it's not her fault. Like, don't get me wrong. The amount of shit we've been through, this will be like the fourth fucking, like, child case in family court due to the fucking external shit. It's just not my baby mama drama. Life, if life was easy, we have 6 kids from fucking like 4 dysfunctional households. The weight that my wife and I took on, I don't know if she really processed what we're doing. She was just happy in the moment and liked the excitement of it all. I mean, but, you know, a few years into it, well, sex is going to slow down. You start to lose interest after a while. Now we resent each other. And now, like, no, a fucking marriage can stay exciting. It can stay, the fire can stay there. But both of you have to be making efforts towards. You have to make efforts towards yourself. I love my wife to death, but, you know, Matthew McConaughey had this really great quote of, you know, don't run so far that you leave your partner behind. You know, if you're improving yourself and you're getting better and you're evolving, you know, don't go so far where you look back and you've left your partner so far behind. And to some degree, I felt like there was two things happening. Like, A, that was happening, but B, also, I wasn't aware of how bad it was getting with my wife. I mean, she broke her leg, and that's when the weight gain began. And I thought to myself, you know, she went to the doctor. It was a thyroid thing there. And she had, you know, a lot of medical stuff. Let's just put it that way. She feels defeated. There's nothing we can do. And I'm just like, please go to the doctor. Don't stop your meds without talking to the doctor. And here I am preaching all this, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not going to my doctor's appointment. So, fuck you, Joe. And I'm the partner. So, of course, I'm going to get all the fucking resentment. I'm the reminder constantly that she's not doing good enough. I hate myself for that. I am pretty hard on myself. But I'm learning. And I went off on her Friday. Boy, did I go off on her. It's so much. It's like, you know, a feral animal keeps biting you and you're trying to bring it back to health. But who the fuck are you, Joe? You're her fucking parent? Are you her savior? Are you the one? Like, you're just her husband. Who the fuck are you to step up and tell your wife, hey, this feels off. We need to do something. Oh, you're abusing me and putting me down and belittling me. I don't know how else to approach it. If you love something, just let it go, they say. But what happens when you have your son full time now is not just you. And that's part of it too, having that extra kid. She doesn't want to deal with that. She's had kids since she was 18, but we're fighting to get Tippy right now full time, and she's fucking turns 12 in April. Like, she's younger than Jonah. 2 years younger than Jonah. Almost to the money. Why can't it be easy? Why can't it be fun? Why does it have to be a fucking shithole? Bitch.
Hello?
I updated the bank statements and the credit card statements.
You thought I was going to do that tonight? Are you crazy?
What do I need to do? What do I do?
Well, I guess you talk to Camden in the morning at 7 a.m. when he gets in the office.
He'll be there at 7?
Yep.
Okay. I got my final court date for my daughter. The last hearing is tomorrow. And I'm supposed to be at this bankruptcy attorney at 11. I'm sorry I'm bothering you so much. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't really no worries bothering me. It's, and
well, you got to be a douchebag about it. Just say, no problem, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, no, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just saying you can't expect miracles to be any shit the morning of.
I know. I thought the P&L would be in the taxes, but it is. But it's not. What the fuck, Joe? You're fucking idiot. So, yeah, I fucked up. I gotta find out my medical record, my medical bills, and include those too. Fuck them. Yeah.
I mean, if you call Camden in the morning, because I usually don't get in until 8 o'clock, so if you call Camden and say, hey, I just uploaded this shit, can you enter this stuff in for me. I have a 10:30 deadline, and then he'll get it done.
I think my attorney wants it like when he walks in the door at 9.
I mean, how are we going from 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock?
That's when my meeting is with him. He told me to have it turned in by end of day today. Yeah.
Nope.
So I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know that's where it is. That doesn't mean anything. All right. I appreciate it.
See you.
Bye. Okay. I got a slight headache, even. It's all the emotion. It's all the fucking stress. It's all the hope and excitement at the same time, dread and turmoil. Isn't this a beautiful ride? I mean, how do you take it all in? Are you grateful for going through it all? Are you happy with where you are? You know, you just fly up, you zoom out, you fucking look way down at things from a bird's eye view. I mean, you're fucking up there, way up there. And you look at it all around you. You look at the wars and the military being deployed in cities and people being angry with things being done, and people being hateful because they feel oppressed, and rights feeling like they're being violated. Don't tell me how to live my life. The festivals and the entertainment and the beautiful art and experiences, the immersiveness of it all. Like, isn't it beautiful? Aren't you enjoying it? Well, we can always get the meeting recap out tomorrow. We can always get a good night's sleep. Have a nice meal. It's almost 8 o'clock. I gotta get my Bubba. He's outside playing. He don't want to come in. We should be having dinner by 7 at the latest, but I've been letting him play. There are not too many more days like this left. I want him to be happy and look back at his childhood, and that's why I'm fighting for this house. Like, this is the first time he's had a stable home. And I have all these ingrates just don't realize how fucking shitty they're fucking being. It's fucking unreal. Jonah doesn't deserve any of this. Am I putting her above him? Like, these are the fucked up things that... Ugh. Anyway. Let's keep it light, why shall we? Woo! You heavy. You real. Peace. Baby peace. Peace.